All right, this is the cold start and test drive of the 76 911 Targa. Go ahead and start her up. You can see here that this is completely cold. Down in our idle, starts up every single time immediately. All the gauges work. On the air conditioning. Alright, I'll give it a test drive and go around the block for a few minutes here just to show the car drives perfectly fine. Just a few things to note. Put a lot of effort into making this car very comfortable to drive. So it has, as noted, the electric AC system, and this has been converted out so that you've got an extra vent because the 76s did not come with factory air conditioning. We still have the original clock, so if you want to replace that's perfectly fine, but this vent certainly makes a big difference. Another thing is we've added the Porsche Classic radio here that still gives it obviously a very nice look, but at the same time has more modern technologies such as like Android Auto wireless as well as Apple CarPlay wireless. But yeah, she drives great. I'll take you guys through and drive around here. One other thing to note is the shifter unit. This is actually not factory. We still have the factory one that will be included with the vehicle. However, this is a wrench shift upgraded unit. It looks just like a factory unit. It doesn't look aftermarket at all, but it shifts fantastic. I mean, it keeps the shifter in the center whenever you're in neutral, and the shifts feel really great as you're passing through it. So really helps this transmission feel a lot more modern and drivable. Car accelerates great. The exhaust is actually factory OEM stock, so it's not very loud, but it still sounds nice and a very healthy engine. In addition to that, the brakes feel fantastic. We've gone through, re-bled the brakes, made sure the pads are still in great condition, and the car brakes absolutely fine. the alignment has actually been properly set. So one of the things that you'll notice as well is as I start to drive a little bit faster, more like highway speeds, the car drives extremely straight. And the steering wheel doesn't shake at all. You don't have unusual rattles. Fifth gear engages just fine as well. So no issues on any of the gears. This car is never shut off on me at all at a stoplight. It's never abruptly lost power. The idle has always sat at about 800-900 RPM. And that also includes having the air conditioning on, the compressor actually working. That's all because of the upgraded fuse panel that we installed from Classic Retrofit. In addition to that, the upgraded higher ampage and wattage alternator that's added to the engine to keep all these electronics, and including the compressor, actually powered properly. So if you flip the headlights on, as I just did right now, you won't see any drop in voltage. You won't feel that in the vehicle at all. If you power the radio on, same thing. So it's solid whenever it comes to actually staying idle and being a very smooth running engine. Clutch engagement engages right at the middle point, so it's not too low, it's not too high, and it's quite smooth. It's got a nice firm feel to it. It doesn't feel soggy or anything of that nature. Signals work just fine, and the wipers work just fine and stop correctly. And you might be able to tell we're starting to get to a normal operating temperature, and the car is also never overheated as well, thanks to the aftermarket upgraded oil cooler with larger lines that hopefully you'll be able to see in the pictures. I forgot to mention, not only is the shifter upgraded, but the bushing in between the linkage to the transmission, that's also been upgraded as well. So you can consider this full assembly upgraded. It makes a huge difference. time very comfortable, and this car is sitting at a fantastic height as well. So being as old of a car that it is, it's still a joy to drive, and most importantly, something that's comfortable to drive in. Let me give you a final walk around while the car is still on here. How she sounds. A lot of work and energy has been put into this car, and you appreciate everyone watching here. Lastly, this is the classic retrofit AC compressor, so you kind of hear it kicking on and off there, but it's really not too loud at all.